Well, hello everybody and happy Saturday. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live on Saturday night. I don't even know what today is, November 6th, I think. Hopefully we'll have a better night tonight than we did last time because I bit the bullet and actually signed up for the super duper high speed internet with Cox. So they said that they really thought that that would fix the problem that I had last time. So hopefully we will not have any problems tonight with the internet. So let me get my computer going, make sure I am live on here. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of people joining us for Date Night with Lisa. And I am live, yay! Hope you guys had a great day today. It was a gloomy, yucky day here in Chesapeake, Virginia. We had rain and cold all day, and I'm still in my pajamas, so that's why you're not seeing me right now. I have not gotten out of my pajamas all day long because it was too cold. So I've got my winter cozy pajamas on, and I've been in my stamp room all day long trying to come up with a project for today because I was just having I don't know. My creativity was not flowing today. I don't know what was going on, but it was taking me a long time to come up with a project. And I made about 4 cards, and I don't know. I just really didn't love any of them, so I just kept making cards, and this was my favorite out of all the ones that I made. So this is the one that we're going to do, and let me scoot this over a little bit because I think my camera's crooked. All right. So hopefully you can see that. So who have we got? Debbie. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Mary. Hopefully we should have a bunch of people getting on here because I told you guys. Oh, there are a bunch of people. You guys need to leave comments. Uh-oh. I just saw something, and it better not start doing it again. Hey, Talara. How are you? All right. I hope you guys like this. I actually changed something after I finished making it because I made it with the musical embossing folder. I can't remember the name of it, but I embossed it with the music notes, and then after I did that I was looking for something else in my embossing folder and die cut box, and I found another one that I was like, oh, that would go better. So that's the one we're actually going to emboss tonight's with. But it's almost the same. I mean, you can't really tell unless you look really close. But anyway, I hope you like this. So what we're going to use is the Christmas season stamp set. And that's where you get the pine cones and everything from. It comes with the dies. But it's funny because the dies are mostly like word things. There are a couple pine cones in here, but it's actually the words, the dies for the words that we're going to use right here is in this set that goes with this. And then the words are actually from Tidings and Trimmings, that one right there. And then here's the embossing folder that I'm going to use, and it's the Timber. So I thought that one looked really good with the pine cones and stuff, better than the musical one. I thought the musical one was really pretty for like Christmas, but then I saw this one, I'm like, oh, I think that one would go really, really well. So that's why I changed it. But anyway, hey, well, we got a lot of people on here now. Sharon. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Pamela. How are you guys doing? Marcia, Tina. Yay. Finally get to watch Saturday night date night with me. All right, Mary, you love it. Very vintage and stunning. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, thank you, guys. I've got a couple giveaways. So, we've got a couple cards that I made last week. So this one, the winner is Robin Miller. So Robin, this is that bridge fold card. You win this one. So make sure you send me your address and I'll mail it out to you. And then the winner of this one with the cute little bunny is Denise Kitts Wadlow. So Denise, you won that one. So you guys just send me your address and I will get it out to you. Don't forget the specials we've got going on, the Eden's Garden, which is awesome. I've done a million cards with that, and I decided there are so many cards online with this that I wanted to do something else today. So that's why we're doing just a Christmas card. I was going to try to do a fall card, and then I tried to do a snowflake card, and I should have brought them in here and showed you guys and see if you like what I did, but maybe I'll do that next time. But this kit has a lot of stuff in it, the stamp set and dies. These will be in the new catalog in January. These are limited time only while supplies last items. So the paper, the cotton paper, and the gems are only while supplies last. So if you like those, make sure you get them now. And then also, don't forget the starter kit special. So for $75, you can get $125 worth of product plus a paper pumpkin kit plus free shipping. So that is a ton of stuff for 75 bucks. So if you've been saving up for a big item like the die cutting machine or something like that, you can get that, because I think the die cutting machine is $110. Let me just double check real quick, but I'm pretty sure that it is. And if you get that, let me just make sure before I say anything. It is, oh, it's $120. So actually you can get the die cutting machine if you don't have it yet. You can get that, plus you have $5 extra, and it only costs you $75, and you'll get free shipping and a paper pumpkin kit. So that's a good deal. If you've been waiting for that or the markers or something big, you can get it for 75 bucks. All right, so let's get started. So I am using that die that I just showed you from the Christmas season dies. And then we're also using a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 crumb cake, a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 Mary Merlot, a piece of 5 by 3 3/4 very vanilla, and the die cut for the words, which I think this is maybe like 2 inches by 1 1/4 or something like that. It's pretty small. I just used a little scrap to punch it out. All right, so that's all you need. Not much stuff. Oh, and some ribbon. We're using this ribbon, which is the, let me see, what does that say? Fine Art ribbon. This is in the big catalog, and we are going to crinkle it up like that, and I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. So let's get started. This is really a pretty easy card. I was going to do a one sheet wonder with it at first, and I was like, no, that's going to take too long. So we're just doing this one. So let me get a piece of scrap paper out to start. Hey, Angie. All right, so we're going to start with some scrap paper, and we are going to start with crumb cake for the big pine cone. And what you're going to do is just ink it up. My pad's pretty juicy, so it's going to come out a little bit darker than yours might. And what you want to do is do your pine cone like in a little tripod thing. So we're going to do like one to the left and lift it up. Do one to the right and one kind of at the bottom. So it's kind of like 3 together. And then I'm just going to put a few of them like on the outer edges. So we'll do one there, one kind of here, and maybe we'll fill in one right there. So it'll kind of look like a one sheet wonder, like it was a whole page of them. All right, so that's it for that one. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't do the inside of the card, so let's do that real quick. So we're going to take this pine cone right here and just stamp it on the inside. So we'll just do that and kind of tilt it over there to the left. All right, so we're done with the crumb cake for right now. Then let's go to the smaller part of the pine cone. This is the top one. So when you have a 2-step stamp like the pine cone, you have the bottom and the top. The bottom, which is the bigger one, you're going to use the lighter color, which is crumb cake, and we're using soft suede for the top of it. So, and you can tell this is more detailed, so whichever one goes on top is always the darker color. All right, so let's do one inside my card real quick. And this is easy to line up. See all those little grooves in the middle of the pine cone? They match up exactly perfect to these pieces right here. Let me get a pen and I'll show you. So see this piece right here? This is the one that I use to line up all the time, this right there. And it matches exactly perfect to this right there in the middle. So you can line that up with that, and then you'll be able to see it exactly perfect. It's hard to do it from the side, but I'm going to try. So I'm just matching that right there inside of my little opening right there, and then I know it'll match up. But I really need to stick my head in the middle of the camera, but I can't. So, all right, so that came out pretty good. And then I'm just going to turn it a little bit and do that. All right, so that's the inside of the card. Now we've got to do this a bunch more times on here. So hopefully I can do it without being right on top of it. It's so much easier on top, but let me see if I can do it. That's the only bad thing. When you have the photopolymer stamps, you really need to kind of look right exactly on top of it to line it up. And I'm hoping my head's not in the camera. Oh, Lisa, my friend loved your oh, good. What did you give her? The one, the quilt, I think. She said she will treasure it for the rest of her life. Was it the quilting one? The green one? Hey, Diane. Why did you sneak up on here? All right, so we're going to turn this again and do it. Let me see. There it goes. And then just fill in these little ones at the bottom. Now, these are hard to line up, but I'm just going to kind of guesstimate it because we can't see the whole thing. So just get it as close as you can. And then last one. This one does line up right there. All right, so now we've got our pine cones done. Let me just stamp that off. All right, so we're done with the soft suede. Oh, not for long, though. We got to use it for something else. All right, so we're done with those two colors. Then we're going to go to the green. So for the green, I've got Mossy Meadow. And we're going to do this little pine straw looking thing. I don't know. I guess it's pine straw. And we're just going to do that in green. And I'm just going to kind of put it in between each of the sides here and stamp it 3 times. And then turn it and do it again. And turn it and stamp 3 times. And then I'm just going to put a few, like, I'm going to stamp off and do it on the edge here. Do another one there. And one right there. Maybe one on the edge there. All right, so we're done with that one. Oh, you know what? We could put one of those inside the card too. That would be cute. Let's put one right here. There we go. So that's the inside. All right, so we're done with the green, and that was Mossy Meadow. And then, oh, it keeps freezing on you? Uh-oh. Okay, Talara says it's freezing. Is anybody else having a freezing issue or just... I hope not. My screen looks good, so actually I'm not having any trouble tonight, so that's a good thing. All right, we're going to go back to the soft suede. So we're going to do these little holly berry thingies. I don't know what this is called. It's a little stem that goes with the berries. So we're going to put some of those around all over. Let's do one here. We'll put a couple like coming off from the bottom of the page. Let me see. Do one right there. Right there. And one more right there. All right, so then you have to line these little berries up, which are really pretty easy. If you can see right on top of the little stemmy things. I don't know what they're called. And this we're using Mary Merlot. So these little berries, you want to have the 3 dots on the right hand side and the 1 dot by itself on the left hand side. So you're just going to tap that. All right, good. Nobody else is freezing. That's good. All right, so then we're going to go to this, and you're going to have the, well, it's like really kind of like 2 on the left, and I don't know. This top one kind of goes onto the left. So you're going to just match up that right there, like boom. It's easier if you can put your head on top of it, but I'm going to do the best I can because I can't see it from the side. I'm trying. We need to have some kind of a thing where you can see what I'm doing, like when it's right underneath me. I'm afraid my whole head and everything's going to go in the camera in a minute. All right. Pretty good, though. I can't believe I did absolutely nothing today except stamp. And then I made these things. Have any of you guys ever had monkey bread? It's like to die for. So good. I make it myself. Usually not when I'm by myself because then I eat like a lot of it. But I was just craving something this morning that was sweet. So that's pretty much good, I think. I think we got enough stuff on there. Oh, I just smeared something right there too. Oh, and I'm going to do the words too. This pad is really, really, really juicy, so these words need to dry a minute because I did smear it on my card. I don't know if you guys can see that, but when I sponged it, I smeared it a little bit. So let's go ahead and stamp that and let it dry for a sec. Anyway, I made monkey bread this morning. So if you guys have never had it, most people make it with biscuits, but I make it with Pillsbury cinnamon rolls, which are yummy to begin with. But when you take them and make them into monkey bread, it's really, really good. So what you do is you take 2 rolls of the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. I only used 1 roll today because it was just me by myself and I didn't want to eat like that much. So you take 2 rolls of it and then you cut each one into quarters and then you put them in a bag with brown sugar and cinnamon. Even though they already have that on there, you put a little bit more. Maybe like, not much, maybe like 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And sprinkle some cinnamon in there. And then you shake the bag up like a Ziploc bag. And then you put it into, if you just have 1 roll, you can put it into like a loaf pan. If you have 2 rolls, put it into like a bundt cake pan. All right, so this is, what are we using? Sahara sand. And we're going to just stamp off and we're going to fill in some of these light areas. So this just gives us like a wood grain background in there. So then after you put it in the, make sure you spray the pan with Pam too, like the butter flavor Pam, or you can use a generic brand if you want to. All right, so that just fills in the areas that were left with this wood grain. And then we're gonna emboss it. Actually, nope, wait, we gotta do sprinkles first, hold on. We're gonna do the sprinkles in green. So Mossy Meadow again. So after you dump it all in the pan, you take a 1/2 stick of butter, or if you're just doing 1 tube of the rolls, then you can just use like a 1/4 stick of butter. And then you bake it. Oh, you take the butter and just melt it and pour it all on top. Sorry, I forgot that part. Then you bake it for like, I don't know, 25 minutes maybe at 375, and then you kind of check it and see how it's doing, and you might need to put foil on the top because you don't want it to get burnt or anything. And oh, I forgot to do some pine cones on the side of that. Let's do, actually, I think I'll do the pine cones there. And then you bake it, and then when it comes out of the oven, you just dump it out on a plate, and you take, if you're doing both rolls at a time, then you heat the icing that comes with it just for like 8 seconds in the microwave, and then you pour one of them all over the top, and then you take the other one and use that one to dip it in. And I'm telling you what, it's like the best thing I've ever tasted. Every time I've ever made it for anybody, they're like, this is to die for. It's so good. All right, so we're going to do the pine cone just like on the side here. And I'm going to stamp off because I want it really, really light. So we're just going to put one like right there and right there just to give it a little bit of color. All right, so then, and that's crumb cake. And I'm going to sponge with that in just a minute, but we want to emboss it first. Of course, I didn't bring the embossing machine in here, but let me see. Let me read some comments. Beverly says, I love this card. Caught another live at the end, but still going. Yay. You can go back and watch the replay. Angie says, this card's gorgeous. All right, but nobody else is having trouble freezing, right? That's a good thing. If it freezes up now, I'm going to be really upset because they added another $25 to my bill. All right, so you're going to put it in your embossing folder. This Stampin' Up! Logo always goes on the top of the folder. And also you have a line on here, so you can look and make sure it's even if you put it down far enough. I can pretty much tell that it is, but just by magic of TV, we're going to run it through, and voila, it comes out like that. So actually, this one I embossed with the musical notes first, and then I changed my mind, so I put it back through the embossing folder with that one, and it actually did pretty well and flattened back out and did that. So I got a little boo-boo there where I smudged it, but we're going to sponge this. You can still see a little bit of the musical notes. It's kind of really got both. But that's okay. All right, so we're just going to sponge this to give it a little bit of antique-y, shabby chic, vintagey look. But anyway, those, the monkey bread, it was so good, but then I was kind of in a sugar coma the rest of the day. I think that's why probably I couldn't come up with any ideas, because my brain was just like, just on sugar overload. All right, so that looks pretty good. Oh, we got to do this too. And this is a crumb cake. Oh, it's still smeared. It's been sitting there for like 2 minutes. This ink takes forever to dry. I wanted to come up with a really fun technique today. That's why I was doing the snowflakes. I was trying to do masking with the snowflakes, but the mask kept moving. I was using those white snowflakes that we sell in the Holiday Mini. I couldn't get it just to stay there. It kept moving, so it kept messing up, and I just was getting frustrated. All right, so now we're going to put this together, but we want to put the, let's put these two together, then I'll put the ribbon on. So I'm going to use my green glue since it's embossed. And you can see the embossed pattern a lot better on the back. And then flip it over. And you can do it either direction. I think actually this was my top. I can't remember. I think it was this way. So we'll put it, oh, no, I think I did it upside down. We'll turn it around, because I want to see if I can cover that smudge up with my words. But I did come up with another fun card today. After I did this one, I got a little mojo back, and I came up with another really cute card that was really super easy. So I think I'm going to do that one Tuesday and do 10 cards in 20 minutes with it, because it's an easy card, but it's really, really pretty. All right, so we want to put our ribbon on kind of right across the middle. And this is just some tear tape, because that ribbon is all crinkly and I want to make sure it stays there like that. So just put your tear tape on here, and it's really hard to get off when you put it onto an embossed thing when it's not flat. I found that out this morning. So let me read some comments. Diane, you said we'll need to go back and watch the beginning. Oh, did you just get on here? Tina says, very pretty card. Thank you. All right, so this is the ribbon. And if you're just joining me, it is the fine art ribbon that's in the big catalog. So what I did was I pulled some string, and I'm going to show you how to start it in just a minute, but I already got this one started. And you pull this string and it just crinkles up like that. So then you want to just lay it down here. Let me get this off. And hopefully it will come off. This morning it took me a while, because for some reason when you put it on a embossed surface, it's harder to get off. All right, so I'm going to lay this down right across here and just kind of smush it onto the tear tape. And make sure you get it covering it up. And then we're just going to cut that. And I still got some beads to put on. And then just cut it like diagonal like that, and over here cut it. And I used to do this by hand, like kind of sit there and mess with the ribbon and make it crinkle like that. I just think it looks so pretty. All right, oh, let me show you how I did that anyway. All right, so you've got your ribbon here, and so what you do is just fray the ends a little bit, and then get like a little bit of the frayed edge, and just trim that part off a little bit. All right, so now you've got all these little threads here. So what you do is you just kind of find one in the middle, and you start pulling it. So I've got one in the middle here, and you just start gathering and like pulling it down, and just hold that piece. It doesn't work if you cut it ahead of time. It's not going to work, because this piece will come right on out. So you have to keep it on the roll while you're doing this. So you just keep pushing it down and pulling that thread, and it'll keep gathering on down. So you just keep pulling it and pulling it, and it just goes like that. So you can just keep on doing it as long as you want to get it, and then when you decide how long you want it, then you just stop and lay it down. So it works with this ribbon, and it works with the gold ribbon and a couple other ones. Any of them that fray at the end, it should work with. So it's really a pretty technique. So we're going to put this on with some dimensionals. So we'll put a couple on the end, and let's put like a whole piece right in the middle. Oops. Put it like diagonal. And then we're just going to set this kind of like on top of the ribbon. I wish I had my crinkles a little bit farther over. I kind of wanted to set it just like underneath it just a little bit, but and I wanted to cover that blob of ink too. So we'll kind of put it like right there. All right, then we want to add a little bit of bling. So we've got some of the gold metallic pearls. So we're going to put some of those on here. And you know what else I've got to do? I've got to wink it. Got some thread stuck to my finger. Whoops. You got to put some Winkostella on or it just is not done. Isn't this pretty? Love it. Love it. I don't know why I was getting so upset this morning because I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, I've got to have this video done by tonight. I think I missed the sticky on that one. Let's put it back and stick it again. I know you guys want some good cards and good ideas. So I always have this pressure, like I have to come up with perfect ideas. I don't like that one there. Let's move it just a little bit. Maybe over here. I know it's really just me making that up in my head because I know you would still like to watch, even if it's not a fantastic card, if it's just an okay, mediocre card. All right, then this is going to go on top here. At least I hope you would. Angie says, does that technique work for all ribbon with pullable threads? It should work. Yes, it does work. I've tried it with at least 3 of our ribbons. I know the one that's gold in the holiday mini works. This one works. There's there's another one I did the other day. I can't remember which one it was though. But yeah, there's at least 3 that we have right now that work like that. But any of them that have those threads at the end that fray, they should all do the same thing. And then put this on top. And then we're going to give it a little wink. So which one do you like better? So this one had the words, the musical notes. Can you see the difference? I haven't put the Winkostella on yet. Let's do that real quick. Where did it go? Here we go. All right, so put a little sprinkle of sparkle. So pretty. So pretty. You can see it all over my table here. All right, so we've got the one with the timber one and then the one with the musical note. So which one do you like better? I really kind of like the musical note one, but they're both pretty, I think. What do you guys think? Love it, love it. Diane loves it. Angie loved them both, but more partial to the musical notes. Let me see if I missed any comments. Nope. Okay. So, let me know what you think in the comments. You like the musical notes too? Yeah, I think I do like the musical notes better. I think it just shows up. This one doesn't really show up that much, but I was thinking it would go better, but actually I think I like this one better. But it's a pretty easy technique, and it just kind of makes a really pretty vintagey card. And I hope you liked that. Don't forget, if you want to order anything, you can always go to my website, stampingwithlisa.com. The host code right here is good until the 15th. And don't forget about the Eden's Garden special and the starter kit special. If you want anything that's around $125, you can get it for $75 right now. So it's a really good deal. There's no catch, nothing. You can just sign up, get the discount. You don't have to do videos or anything like I do. But it is a great deal right now. So you guys enjoy the rest. Everybody likes the musical notes better. All right, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully it is nicer weather where you guys are. And I'll be back Tuesday, and I think I'm going to try and do a 10 for 20 Christmas card video on Tuesday. I'm going to see how it goes. I'm going to practice tomorrow and see how many I can do in 20 minutes. So see if I can get it done. Maybe it'll be 10 and 30. I don't know. All right, you guys have an awesome night and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.